Have you guys watched it? I know you've watched it. Hectic. What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. You are looking good, you are looking amazing, you are looking absolutely fabulous. Y'all know this. And this week we are going to do something that I've been finding beautiful to watch, which is Beyonce's Black is King. I know you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, then I don't know what you were doing with your life. This week we are killing it. You know why? Because I actually did it. Like, But let me first begin with us being potatoes during quarantine. I know you're a potato. And don't get me wrong, we love potatoes. We love potatoes in every single form, but there's time you have to stop being a potato. There's a time you have to remember and ask yourself, what would Beyonce do? What would she do? You have the same hours, same 24 hours as Beyonce. If she could come in South Africa and we don't even know she's here, and people are working with her and they don't even know they're actually working with her. Draw inspiration from all of your favorite artists. Just remember to link them, because we grow. You're shouting them out by finding inspiration. You are not copying. Let's get that right. You are shouting them out. If you are able to support any Black-owned businesses, please do. Support a sister and let everyone, grow. There's so much space in the industries, even here on YouTube. Like, there's space for everyone. Like, let's all put a smile on someone else's face. Let's all teach skills to other people. But my point is, we're doing a Beyonce look. We are doing a Beyonce look today. Can I sing? No. Do we love Beyonce? Yes. Do we love the video? Yes. And what do we love the video about specifically? We love the fact that those clothes were banging. The fashion. It's not fashion, guys. It's fashion. We love the fashion. So the look I've chosen is by a designer named Loza Maleombho. So she is amazing. There's so many great designers, artists, basically photographers, creatives in general working on this, which was amazing. The fact that I saw even people that are influential in South Africa in there, and even locations around South Africa and the rest of Africa, we are gonna kill her look. Now, let's get this straight. This is based off the video and also based off me looking at a picture, so I can't really see what's going on. I'm gonna guess and just remake it the way that I can to get it as closest to her final beautiful little piece. Like, hectic, but we're gonna do it. Before we continue with the rest of the video, I hope you guys like, subscribe, or even hit the notification button to see when I'm gonna post the next video. And also, guys, leave comments down below of things that you guys actually want to make, things that you're finding cool, things that you're inspired by, and let's work together. Let's figure it out together and do it together. So let's get started. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I shall see you at the end when we are looking cute, as always. Okay guys, so these are basically my pieces, my front and my back panels. I know you guys are gonna ask me how I figured out this pattern, and for a while I was like, what is going on? This print, what's going on with the print? Like, it's stripes, okay? Stripes, and then she put it in like a BIIIS 90 quarterly type of thing. So now the stripes are facing that way, and you'll place your pattern piece on it in different directions to get where you actually want the stripe to go, giving you that zigzag effect. So yeah, that's how I figured it out.
All right, so I'm basically going to pin all of my panels together. My machine is set on a 2.5 length stitch, and I am just going to follow my seam allowance, which is 1.5 centimeters. You shall follow the one that you've said, whether it's 1 centimeter. And I'm going to join the back to the front by basically attaching it by the shoulder to the neck point. You guys have the option of attaching both your back pieces together first and then attaching them by the shoulder point, or doing it the way I did. It really doesn't make a difference. All right, so one is going to be our outer garment, what you'll see on the outside, and one is going to be our lining. Now we're moving on to the sleeve, and I saw that she had the zigzag effect on the front side of the sleeve, so I put a panel by cutting along the front side of my pattern. I'm going to put this right side to right side and pin it into place. And I'm going to stitch. And there you go. So now we have to attach it to our front. And this is the moment I knew I messed up. I don't understand why my shoulder was so pointy, but I was committed, guys. I was so committed in continuing to attach the sleeve. I continued to pin everything together and proceeded to sew, only for me to see how pointy the sleeve was and basically get the reaction that I did.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, I ended up having to curve it out and cut off the sharp point to have a proper mutton leg sleeve. And now we are going to join our side seams going along to our sleeves. And again, just a straight stitch. And I'm also just cutting off the excess and then using my pinking shears to make it neat. For our hem along our sleeve holes, I'm basically just going to fold, fold and stitch, so double hem. Alright, so now we are going to attach our lining to our outer garment, and I'm basically going to pin it by my shoulder points, by my neck, and also along the sides of my front. The only part I'm going to leave is after the curve where my zip is going to be placed. So just under the bust is where I stop. Once that's done, take out your pins, grade, and turn everything over. Now you're going to have to attach your lining onto your sleeve, so you're going to have to go from inside out, pull it out, and just go along with your machine. I'm going to attach now my waistband along the bottom, and I'm only going to attach it to the front of my garment, so the front layer and not my lining. Once that's stitched down, I'm going to fold it back up and then pin it down so we can now attach it to our lining. I'm putting it slightly higher than the line that I've stitched. And once everything is in place, I am going to basically stitch in a ditch. So stitch exactly in between the two fabrics where my stitch is hidden and not as a top stitch. Once that's done, I'm going to attach my zip, and I put my zip in upside down so I'm able to have the effect that she has and choose to have either a belly button out or some tummy showing. So now we're moving on to our bottoms, and I'm going to attach them on the crotch. And then once I've done my lining and my front, I'm going to place them together and attach them by the holes. So where your leg goes in, not by the side seams or the top. You'll turn it over and you'll see how it looks. It should look like mine. Okay, so now you're going to take the side seams of the back as a whole and attach it to the front. We're only attaching one side because this is a non-stretch. So you're going to line up the seams together and make a straight stitch through both sides. I'm going to just top stitch by folding my two layers in and pinning them into place. And once that's done, the last step is to put my zip. If this were stretch fabric, the underwear would slip in easily, but because this is non-stretch and the only fabric I could find matching the rest of the outfit, I have to put a zip in or I will not be able to fit into that. And now moving on to our belt, you need two of these. This is it on fold. And the first thing on the first layer, what we're going to do is attach our gold emblems or gold accessories. And I'm going to just do that with a zigzag stitch on the edge of our seam allowance. Do that at the bottom of your two straps and then also where you want it in the front. As well as a strap for connecting it to the front. So now I'm going to put the lining piece right over and stitch along everywhere, leaving a gap so I can turn everything over. If your accessory, gold accessory, is a little too big, you might have to or only be able to stitch along one side and have to leave the hole. Turn it over. After turning it over, you shall stitch the rest of it closed. So turn it over and do a neat top edge stitch. Alright, for our pockets, I am going to make non-functional pockets. If you want to make functional pockets, you have to make a lining so you are able to have something in there that looks neat and then be able to stitch in the flap between the lining and your outer part of your pocket. But this is just going to be non-functional, so I'm not putting a lining. I'm going to just attach the two directly on and it's not going to be a real pocket. So stitch along your square, leaving one side open. Same for your little flap, and then attach them together and top stitch it closed directly on. And you should be done. So now you have your jacket, you have your underwear and your belt. Don't forget to put your emblems on your jacket. And this is the final look.
The digital dash. I cut up the mountain, prepare up the gas. Let's talk about fast. You haters my ass.
Once again, I want to tell the designer that her piece is absolutely amazing and I'm obsessed with it.
Digital dash. I cut up the mountain, prepare up the gas. Let's talk about fast. You haters my ass. I spread with the rats. I digital dash.
That's where I'm hot, kicking the shit from the pop, flipping the birds on flock, ayy, counting up 10 from the top, ayy, 21 savage alive, 22 jump the cops, got 60 on finger pop, got fingers so hot that you thought, serve it up, serve it up, serve it up, spices so hot that it's making you nervous, we lean with our talents, we lean with the balance, we serving our verses in cursive, no follow, no understand, no cap, no rubber, no bands, no daddies, no hotties, we serving the bodies, we verses and leave them in tan, ayy, Jackie Chan, I'm the drunken one. Miss Ho when I'm in the sun. Broke clothes like a beach bum. Kanye with the right funds. No shades in the heat, man.
Hey, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure you leave a like and subscribe and hit the notification button. And I shall see you guys next week doing something even cooler. Bye!